Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN.
Yes, 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 yes. Everybody in the Wolf Pack. All my Wolf Pack people in his house. Can we give it up for the people? For the people, for the people, for the people, for the people. For the people, for the people. For the supporters of the Tim Black Wolf Pack show. What up? How y'all doing? Yeah, we here. What the hell? Okay. So crazy. We'll go with it. So what is going, what is on, what is on, what is going, what is going on, what is going on? We good? The mic looks hot, man. This mic looks loud. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all, you know, it's Friday. You made it. You got through the week. Yeah. Wow. That's what I'm talking about, man. What is going on? Yeah. My people. So if you're new to the show, this is called the Tim Black Show. And I'm Tim Black. We have Patreons. Those Patreons and other supporters of the Tim Black Wolf Pack are the reason why this show exists. No one else owns this show. No one can bogart this show. You think I would not have to say that, but this is the entitled internet. Entitled mofos are on the internet. And they have this weird sense of entitlement. They must be told these things. You did not put in on this, man. You did not build this, man. This is our shit. Yeah. Now, in a smart world, in a just world, people that want to, like, take over some shit or partaketh and muscle their way in, they would have put in on it. Yeah, they would have joined it. They wouldn't just show up like, hey, I never been here. Or hey, last time I was here, I was a real asshole. Guess what? I'm back asking for more favors. Yeah. Because I'm a real dickhead. I can do that. Because I'm light-skinned. What the fuck is wrong with people, man? I'm going to learn you, though. Obviously, there are people who have not been taught. They have not learned their lessons, Johnson. People have let them get away with this bad behavior all their fucking lives. People have allowed them to be such annoying, arrogant bastards. Someone put up with them. I am not, look, I'm not the one, Johnson. I am not the one. I did not play these games. Woodshed, motherfucker, woodshed. Boom. Boom. Who raised you? Wow. So, guys, I'm fresh off of doing the Pause with Tim Black show. Shout out for anybody who watched that and now watching this, because, man, wow, you are bad, Mo. You are. Respect. That's almost more Tim Black than I can put up with. Shit, I'm like, me again? Jesus. I just saw you, Tim Black. No hint, huh? Couldn't catch the hint, huh? Just up there, hi, hello, I got things to say. I just want to announce to everyone, we had an unfortunate incident where people got butthurt. Oh! When are people going to realize that's what happens here? People get butthurt. I'm sorry you got butthurt. Next time, be more diplomatic. Hey, that's an idea. How about this? Hey, you know what? I respect that. You know, that's probably, you know what I'm saying? Well, I can see where you're coming from with that. You know what? I was thinking this, though. Check this out. This is what I was thinking. See, that's called being diplomatic. People can be diplomatic. It goes a long way. When you're using other people's shit. These are called manners and respect. Hey, would you like a cherry cola? You know, wow, for real, man. Look, man, damn, man, I appreciate you offering that. I'm more of a ginger ale man myself, but I respect that, man. Thank you, brother. I'll take a ginger ale if you got one. Why? Because you're not paying for it. And it's called respect. Well, I'm butthurt. Instead, they want to do this. Hey, we got Cokes. What are you doing? Look, fucking Coke. Listen, Coke's shit. Okay? And anybody who ever thought about giving a person a Coke is an asshole. I don't know what's wrong with you sellout cherry Coke motherfuckers. But cherry Coke motherfuckers make me sick. Now give me a ginger ale and pay for it. I know, man, it doesn't make sense, right? You're sitting there going, Tim Black, who acts that way? You do. All of you act that way. When I say you, I mean audience people. Not you specifically. Probably not you. But there are people that are around you that do. Just look behind you. It's motherfuckers, man. I'm not making this up. People act this way. And then they're the victim. Also, there are not unlimited amounts of patience. Everyone comes with a quantifiable amount of patience. Everyone has a reservoir of patience, but there is a bottom to the pit. At some point, we're scratching the surface of, fuck you. Yeah, man, no matter how good a person is, and I intend to be a good person, I really go out my way. I try, man. I try to be encouraging and inspiring and motivating and all those other good things, man. But there is a limit to how far I can fucking go, man. If you just keep on going and going and going and going, there may be some palm. You may feel the wrath. But it's not because that's my first inclination. It's not the first thing I think about doing. But there are limits. Everyone has a limit because when the church say, hey, man. Well, look, guys, I got to do pause with Tim Black. I had to start doing that earlier, at least on Fridays. So in light of that, we're going to go to phone calls kind of early tonight. But I would be neglectful if I did not broach the issues that I'm about to present to you. I think they're very necessary. And since I am somewhat of a news show, Tim Black, man, you more of a yell and scream show these days. You know what I'm saying? You more like a pissed off black guy, man, yelling about reparations, man, to me. Talking about the left. Eating your own, Tim Black. That's what you do. Oh, that's what I do. I thought I was a truth teller. Oh, because I'm talking about the people you like. Now I'm an asshole. But I bet if I was talking about Joy Reid or Whoopi Goldberg or Maxine Waters, you'd be like, yeah, give us more of that shit. Because that's how it works. Yeah, everybody likes Tim Black to knock a motherfucker out when it's the person they want me to knock out that I'm knocking out. But if I knock out somebody they don't want me to knock out, then I'm abusive. Then I get the letters. Tim, dear Tim Black, why must you be so toxic? I know that it's a black thing, but it's a bad thing too. Being toxic is not good for anyone. Now, be a good little boy, apologize, and I will continue my $3 a week, $3 a month Patreon. Sincerely, white guy with the pole up his ass. Let's talk about Joe Biden and this shit here. First of all, guys, I'm not convinced that this whole Joe Biden, Joe Manchin shit, Joe versus Joe shit, I ain't convinced this ain't just a ruse. Yeah, man, look, man, I'm sorry, man. It's a hard sell. You're talking about, I don't think Joe Biden want to get done even half the shit he fake pretended to care about when he ran for office. I don't believe he does. I think that Joe Biden is happy. Hell, there may be people dropping off suitcases of money to Joe Manchin right now to get him to fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't believe. I don't believe that people are autonomous like that. Whole bunch of eye winking, play along, good cop, bad cop shit going on. Well, apparently Joe Biden tried to persuade Joe Manchin into doing something for Joe Biden, for the Democrats and for America. And Joe Manchin ain't having that shit. He's like, hell no. What's in it for Joe Manchin? Here goes the headline. And I'm sure it'll be different headlines somewhere else. This is New York Post, which is shit. But most of these news companies are shit. Biden fails to win over Manchin on a $3.5 trillion budget report. Oh, that's the report. So evidently, Joe Biden tried his best. I'll try my best. My dad used to say, hey, dummy, put your drawers on before you put on your pants. Biden fails to convince a key Democratic senator to support his $3.5 trillion spending during an Oval Office powwow. Joe Manchin remained in his opposition to any budget that costs more than $1.5 trillion. Biden tried to persuade Manchin by kicking him in the stomach and challenging him to a push-up contest. Yeah, that's what Joe Biden used to do on the campaign trail. You haven't seen Joe Biden do that. See, a lot of folks, they tuned out. They didn't watch that shit at all. Joe Biden, when he was running for the primaries, he'd be accosting voters. Oh, you want to go outside? Somebody could be like, Joe, you're pretty old. How do we know you're going to be able to do the job? What? Are you questioning? Oh, whoa. Right there, sir. Hold it, Speedy Gonzalez. Hold it, I'm Mexican, man. That's racist. It's not racist. You are Speedy Gonzalez. Whoa. Forget the PC stuff. Are you trying to say I'm past it? You think I'm past it? Come on, fat. We can go outside in the back. We can go out back, do some push-ups. Want to get at it? Want to go at it? Want to take a roll at it? Come at me, dog. That was Joe Biden on the campaign trail. Now he's Mr. Nice Guy. Until he started talking to black folks on a Zoom call about black shit. He went right back to the plantation quick as hell. Oh, listen here, Al. Shut up, you cotton picker, Al Sharpton. You shut up, too. Whoever you are, black lady, who I don't know, who I won't never need to know again, who might not have a job anymore if she keeps opening her purple lips. Pretty soon, the Lats are going to outnumber the blacks, so you need to work with them. We ain't going to need your ass around here. Yeah, that was sweet old Cuddly Joe, the one everyone kept saying, he knows laws. Yeah, he knows laws because he lost 3 times. 3 fucking times. He lost running for president. That's the laws he knows. Joe's sentimental. He's a really good guy. Really good guy that locks up black people like hotcakes. Architect of mass incarceration. Tim, don't bring up all that stuff. There you go, ruining it for us. It was either him or Trump. Either bad or bad. So excuse me. If I'm not blown away by this story, I'm not going to buy into it. So, listen. Joe Biden never helped people. I don't remember Joe Biden ever having a policy that had entitlements that helped black people. Never once. Where's this policy? If he did one, he'd be talking about it. All he ever did was downplay the bad shit he did. He never was able to upplay good shit he did because he never did good shit, okay? But now you want me to believe that under his presidency, all of a sudden, he wants to balloon support for black people. No, he doesn't. I don't believe it. Now, I'm not saying this $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill is going to be great for us. This is America. If it's going to be great, it's going to be great for white people. Mostly rich white people. Unless we're trying to create a middle class, and then it's great for poor white people. But it ain't never great for black people. So I'm sorry, guys. I just cannot buy into it. Why do I keep saying I'm sorry? I'm not sorry. I am not buying into the idea that Joe Manchin is pulling Biden away from his plan, kicking and screaming. More like drinking martinis and laughing. Martin face. Despite the vast gulf between Biden and Manchin, the meeting was cordial and the two agreed to keep talking. I'm sure they did. Hey, let's keep up appearances. Make shit look good for the cameras, okay? Come on. Oh, man, I hate you. I hate you too. But I love you. I love you too, baby. Come on, man, they're filming this. Let's get along. The end. You know, there'll be more talk about this. That's all I got. It's a circus. That's all. Complete with trapeze, and there's a cool ass dog driving a minivan, and there's a cat, a tiger grilling some shit, grilling a squirrel or some shit on one of those nice stone chimney smoke things. You know, he's getting down, man. There's a water ride for the kids. It's a great thing. It's a treat. Come on out, spend some time with the family. You know what I mean? Post-pandemic. But what this is not is politics or a democracy. That is not what we have, Johnson. Which brings us to the title of the show. no democracy for you. Now, I really toned that down just to fit it on the YouTube thing because I was going to go, you get no democracy, you get no democracy, and you sure as hell don't get no democracy. Sort of like a play on the Oprah Winfrey, you get a new car, you get a car, and you get a car. I was kind of playing on that, but then I felt it wasn't going to resonate, and most of my viewers might not get it because they're not, 40 and up. Not all of them, you know what I'm saying? Some young people watch the show and go, wow! Old people. Older person, motherfucker. Time just does what it does, man. It keeps on slipping into the future. It's beautiful, man. So no democracy, bro. No democracy. What else? Oh, one other story before we go to phone calls. North Carolina. The dirty, dirty, dirty South. What you niggas know about the dirty South? What you niggas know about the dirty South? What you know about the dirty South? What you niggas know about the dirty South? How about here? But been on that channel. I forget how the words go. North Carolina judges strike down state's voter ID law. Boom! That's right, Johnson. They want to disenfranchise even more black people. North Carolina judges struck down the state's latest photo voter identification ID law on Friday, agreeing with minority voters that Republicans ran through rules tainted by racial bias is to remain as a way to remain in power. So there were 2 or 3 judges declared that the December 2018 law is unconstitutional, even though it was designed to implement a voter ID mandate added to the North Carolina Constitution in a referendum just weeks earlier. They said the law was rushed and intentionally discriminates against black voters, violating their equal protections. So here's the thing, guys. This would impact, when you start having mandates or rules that people got to go spend money. I don't know if you noticed or not, but poor people might not have money. I know that's crazy shit, right? I mean, you hear these motherfuckers talk about it because they are so far away from having financial problems, they can't fucking relate to it at all. Like, look, these motherfuckers have never took a couple days off work because they didn't have money to go. Who out here has ever taken days off work that you weren't going to get paid for, but you had no choice because you ain't had no money to be there? So you live in a different world. Your world is different than theirs. They can't understand why poor people might not have money to go get a state ID. And of course, they don't want to pass a mandate that if you don't have money to get a state ID, that you could send this thing in a voucher and you'll get your ID free, which they could do. I mean, if they really wanted you to vote. Yeah, if they wanted you to vote, they could do things. I mean, if the idea is not to just raise money by getting more people to get IDs, but the idea was to safeguard the vote, then let's make people be in a position to get the thing they need to do the thing you want them to do, to achieve the said result. But people listen to people like Candace Slowens, assholes like Larry the Coon Elder, jackasses like that sheriff guy. I forget his name. Another sellout. Or people like Bitch McConnell. Assholes like Ted Booz. Yeah, these people. And people like Joe Manchin, who I'm probably sure is probably right with this shit. I'm not going to read this. Here's what Republicans say. Tim, present the other side of the argument. Come on, Tim. Everything with you is about race, said the Facebook person with no picture and no real name. Republicans have solid IDs. Republicans have said voter IDs are needed to build public confidence in elections and to prevent voter fraud. Yeah, so here's how this works, guys. Some people don't trust that our voting rights are upheld or don't trust that our votes are casted correctly or that people aren't stealing votes or whatever. And the reason why they don't trust it is because for the last 4 years, ever since Obama won the second time, Republicans have spent a lot of money to try to implant that feeling. Yeah. It's amazing to say, hey, these people are worried about this thing that we've been trying to make them be worried about. Now we need to do this thing to combat the thing that we made them be. What, you don't care about the people? They need this thing that we told them that they needed. That's how this works. What, no one's talking about this? Your fake progressive commentators aren't also covering this? Not like you, Tim Black. They're busy saying things about Democrats. They're not talking about the Republicans and the voting rights law that disenfranchises black people. Why would they give a shit about that? There's other things to talk about. I finally don't know and don't give a shit. Yay! Winning. Winning. That's when you are winning, baby. When you don't know, when you break up with your ex and you stop worrying about who they with. You're like, yo, man, how long you and such been broke up? Man, I don't know, I don't care, and I don't give a fuck. I got someone new. And not really, I don't. Someone new today, but I don't care about her either. I don't care about any of them. That's when you're past it, man. People tell you, to get over somebody, you got to get under somebody else. Not true. To truly get over somebody, your ass got to be alone. Get used to that. I've been alone. Well, you know what, Mrs. Black, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, back to this thing, man. GOP is garbage. The Democrats are garbage, but the GOP is really garbage. The Republicans, well, they try to stifle the vote during the general. Democrats try to shut you down during the primaries. Shut them down! 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 I shut them down! Six voters. Now, people got this done by suing these motherfuckers, man. 6 voters, 5 black, 1 biracial. We're doing that now? Biracial. That's what we're doing. If you ain't black, you white, right? No, Tim, that's not true. What I'm saying, it's just weird. I don't usually see this. Could be Asian or Latin American, Hispanic. I'm just reading 6 voters, 5 black and 1 biracial, sued in Wake County Court on the same day GOP lawmakers overrode Democratic Governor Roy Cooper's veto of the 2018 voter ID bill. The plaintiff's case emphasized the state's history of discriminatory voting, as well as an analysis from a University of Michigan professor who said black voters are 39% more likely to lack a qualifying voter ID than white registered voters. 39%. God. Woo. That's a big difference. You know, some people don't even want to go down there. They got warrants and shit. I'm just keeping it hard. I'm just keeping it real. Some people don't want to go to no government agency. Like, whoa. I mean, I still have the uneasy feeling myself. I ain't got old and I'm still like, cops outside. Hey, baby, why don't you see what the cop want? I'm just saying. I'm right here. I got you. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. Jokes. I ain't scared of no cops. saying. But you got to, make sure, look, baby, you got that bond. You make sure now. You got the PIN number to that account, right? Okay. All right. Hello, officer. What can I do you out of? What I do now? What are you going to say I did that I didn't do? That I got to fight in court. Now, it's good to know, though people are jumping up and down. Yay! We stopped them. We stopped them. They're going to appeal this shit because Republicans have a lot of money to throw away. Just look at Donald Trump's recent campaign. Damn, all that money I spent in 2016 was bad money. I got some new money. It's pretty good. Let me just throw that good money after the bad money. All right, good money, go get the bad money. Oh, damn, that money's gone too. Should have saw that one coming. All right, folks, I would love to go to phone calls, man, because I ain't going to be here like, you know what I'm saying, man? I got a bottle of Guinness Stout. And actually, I don't. No beer. No beer. No more beer. No more beer. Where's everybody? I got any people here? Keith Weston and this mother. Niecy Moby. What? Sheldon Hughes. What? What? Hold on, man. Hold on. Y'all, man. Y'all are... What the hell? I thought people was tired of my ass. For real? I still got my wolf pack? My wolf pack still rock with me for real? It's been bad, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, ever since I heated up, start rocking with the reset race, start talking about reparations, I was like, I'm going to ride for my people, man. They hate me anyway. Let's make them really hate me. And I'm like, looked up one day, was like, damn. They really hate a brother now, boy. Well, keep going. Look, I'm on seriously, guys, seriously, real talk. Thank you for supporting this show. Niecy Moby, Keith Weston, Sheldon Hughes, you all have been big supporters of the show. We got to send you a gift. Email client care, please, for real, guys. I mean this, guys. Particularly Keith, and particularly Sheldon. Niecy, you can too. Yeah, Niecy, you can too. Because I send you around, Niecy. Email clientcare@timblacktv.com. Now you got to do it, okay? This ain't a quest. This ain't a favor. It's a requirement because I got to give you something. I got to give you a gift, okay? Just how it is, okay? So, email clientcare. That's K-Love. That's clientcare@timblacktv.com. All right? Give it up for my people, y'all, please. Now, y'all want to do phone lines? Yes, let's do phone lines, guys. Let's do phone lines. Now, the phone number's already up on the screen because it's not a secret. It'd be dumb to keep that a secret. I actually do want people to call the show, so it's dumb not to have the number posted. I made that mistake, not have the number up. But I'm glad we have the number. Okay. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and go to 360. 360, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Wow, first and foremost, it's been a minute, man. Go Seahawks.
What's up?
So, So, my name's Jermaine Mason. I'm from Washington, Port Orchard, Washington, out here. We've talked quite a few times in the past, and I don't know if you remember, but I was that guy with the People's Party that wanted you to get on that T-shirt, and I was pushing, trying. I tried my ass off, but it didn't work. Why it didn't work is because they're not pushing the black agenda like I am. As of 2 weeks ago, I quit the Black Voter Circle, even though after Renee and Joy and Camilla and all my people told me, get the hell out of there. What are you doing? We'll figure it out. Come on, man. And I was like, what about the black community that are still sitting in there and have no idea? And so I stayed like a hardhead. I'm hard-headed as they come. I stayed. I fought. I definitely fought for the black agenda, which is why I'm here in this fight. Besides my daughter, Tashana Mason, I fought my ass off in there with them. Hardheads. They hardheads too. But I fought, man, and I fought until I realized the other day that at this point, with the way things are going, that isn't the People's Party. We here in Washington, the People's Party of Washington, the only real People's Party. I mean, Colorado's got stuff, but the only donation receiving, and hear that again, please. If y'all look us up, please kick in because we need that money. We are the only donation collected People's Party in over 100 years, man. We made that happen by teamwork and by pushing hard out here. I am also, well, now I'm affiliated with a group that truly have people, and we're putting the people first. It's called the UPA, United People's Party. I know Ms. Joy and everybody else is out there listening to this message, and I'm asking you to put that in the chat so people can see it, and they can see a real black man talking about a real black agenda and come help us, man. So we are pushing the UPA. I'm coming up. We're coming. I mean, literally, we started a black channel in this Gilded. It's called the Black Roots Assembly. My good friend Bree told me the acronym for that is BRAW. Don't go that way. So we are actively looking for a good solid name for us. I mean, we're
all right, brother.
Out there.
All right, brother.
So
where do people need to go, brother? Where do people need to go to find out more about you?
It's called the United People Assembly. It's on Gilded. I hope somebody puts it out there that's in the chat because I don't have the capability talking to you and looking at the phone. I can't post it in the chat. I want to. It's the UPA, United People's Assembly, and it's through the Gilded app.
Okay, brother.
That's how we're.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. All right. All right. You know, man, like, all right. I tell you, man, there's a way to do things, you know, there's a way to do things. And this is the reason why, this is why I like the Reset Race podcast. I promoted them because I wanted to. Nothing I've ever done for those guys did I do because somebody called up and did this. That's how it should work. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have offline conversations, or people do things of their own volition. You don't call up to a show hosted by a black man fighting for black agenda and say, "Hey, I'm a real black man fighting for a real black agenda." It's not even the way it should be done. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. It's unfortunate. Good luck with whatever you're doing, brother. I just, in my opinion, man, just different ways to do it. That's all. Okay, and I guess this will work for you. All right, 562. We are live. 562. I want to go to you. You are next. What's your name? What's your comment?
Yo, what's up, Tim Black? This is your boy Marvin from California. How you doing,
my
man?
brother.
Hey, man, I'm gonna say something that's maybe possibly offensive to your East Coast viewers, but in a funny way, man. Because I'm from Cali, man. I've been meaning to call in for the last few weeks, and it's like, when your show go live, I'm already asleep. I'll be like trying to stay awake and shit. And, you be live and going on midnight and shit on East Coast. So the people that hang with you on the East Coast, much props to y'all, bro. Yo, so that was the first thing I was gonna say. But actually, I gotta kind of respond to. I gotta add something in there to the first caller. And Tim, you're very gracious in having pretty much, wherever YouTube reaches, that whatever country will show it, blah, 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 whatever. And you can go, your stream can go, you're available. So it's like Tim has said many times before, call in, share your thing, join in the conversation, tell what's going on. Is there a candidate we need to get behind, that's pushing for something for the people or something like that. And in the times that I've watched Tim Black, and this is for anybody, not necessarily for Wolfpack people because they know, but the time I've watched him, he's like, hey, if it's something like that, somebody's pushing something for the people, hey, call in and hey, because Tim will follow up, do his research, and as Tim, deems worthy, he'll have them on, he'll run a story or whatever. But the call-in shows ain't necessarily for your self-promotion. As Tim said, a few minutes ago, he wishes brother well in his endeavors. But bro, anybody, sisters, bro, whoever, the calling shows ain't for your self promotion like that. Cause I'm gonna cut it off like that. The last thing I was gonna say, man, was the real reason I was calling was I ain't to bite off my man from Reset Race, John C. I'm just your average, everyday American Negro, descendant of slaves, you know what I mean? And I ain't nobody special. I'm in a point of my life where, things hit certain ways where I could try to do some Reset Race, put out a thing on their videos on YouTube about volunteering. So I volunteered to be a voiceover and a video editor. I'm using more so for the video, and I'm cool with that. My thing is, it ain't got to be much, but if you can spare, do something. If you're down, do whatever you can do. This ain't a thing of trying to guilt nobody. It's just, I'm just speaking on me. I did what I could do with what I got. I'm for the love of my people as well. And I'm down with Reset Race. I'm down with Tim Black. Peace, Wolf Pat.
There it is, man. That's how you do it, brother. I feel you. I respect that. I know what you're saying. I feel that. And like one of my things is, bro, I've been on my own so long, right? I have a problem asking for help. I just do, man. Like, so it's an issue. Like, so what I need to do is take stock of what the Tim Black Show needs and then make some asks of like Reset Race. Because I'll overextend myself, shouting them out all the time, and then be like, damn, I'm shouting them out all the time. But I never asked for nothing because I'm so used to not having anyone to ask. So that's not what Marvin's doing. Nothing wrong with what Marvin doing. Marvin volunteered for a cause he believes in. He's just sharing with you if you would like to volunteer as well. And he's enjoying what he's doing. He's getting something out of it. He feels like he's helping a great cause. So go to ActifyPress.com. I think Michael Graham has the link, or Sam has the link, or John C. has the link, or Mud has the link, or Joe has the link, Killmonger. Like, they all got two names like Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? And, no, man, it's all good, man. Some people, like, some people maybe they got a different way of doing things. I don't want to villainize people, but people are quick to villainize others. I feel like I don't want to villainize people. I feel like people villainize me quickly. It's all good though, man. It is what it is. I'm gonna go to the next call. Anybody had any news that happened? Anything happened lately? I don't know, man. I think I got Dave. Is Steve? Is Dave here? Is this 470? You're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
It is I, Damon in Atlanta. What's up, brother?
What's happening, man?
Hey, man. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Black and the Wolfpack as always. In any competitive endeavor, whether it's sports or whether it's politics, you want to be gracious in victory and in defeat. But with any rule, there's always an exception to the rule, which brings us to Larry Elder. Larry Elder, fuck you in the horse you rode in on, dude. Straight up. You know what I mean? The reality is he lost in the recall election in California, and he, after all the 30 years he's been, toting the water for those white conservatives and eating butter biscuits and thinking he was the magical Negro, the white conservatives out there are throwing him under the bus. You know what I mean? So he did all that cooning it up. Recently, I think he did an interview where he was reliving the Trayvon Martin situation. So he was doubling down on that, basically saying that Trayvon Martin deserved to die. So all of that to let people know, for all the potential coons in training, there is no retirement plan for cooning, right? So you can do all that, and the reality is white conservatives love black conservatives to the extent that they basically rubber stamp everything they say. You know what I mean? Because white conservatives love to play I don't see race game. I see him as an American. He's not black to me, which is an insult if you really think about it. But the reality is what they're saying without really saying it is that they know where the skeletons are. They know their Meemaw and their Pawpaw were killing black folks back in the day. And, they were some of the staunch racist people that we all know them to be based upon history. But somehow, some way, they try to just, etch a sketch it and clean it out like it never happened. And so people like Larry Elder give them nice cover because they can always be the good Negro, him and Candace Owens. Why can't you black folks be like Candace Owens and Larry Elder? They're real Americans. You know what I'm saying? But this goes to show that you're only as good as the last thing you did for them. The second that things don't work out for them, you're as good as dead to them. They're going to find the next little butter biscuit Negro to come along. So for all the potential coons in training, get off that bus right now while you can, because the white conservatives do not care about you. Now, that's not to say that liberals care, because Tim has talked about that many times. That's why we got to be independent minded. But at the end of the day, Larry Elder is a cautionary tale. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox, man. Give you back your show, but shout out Wolfpack.
Damn, that's a solid phone call, man. Give it up for that caller, man. That's what's up, brother. Thank you so much, bro. That's what's up. D from the D. I think he said Detroit. That brother's on point, man. I like that, brother. And look how he came in. You know, shout out to Tim Black and Mrs. Black. Man, I appreciate that. A little bit of grace. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that was a little bit of grace, man. You know? And I appreciate that. It's been a rough week. Had a rough week, bro. You said it's always somebody else willing to take the buttermilk biscuits, do a little bit more for the buttermilk biscuits. That's the problem. Man, if all you're able to do is sell out, there's always gonna be somebody else willing to sell out for less. You know what I'm saying? Like that job's always open. So there is no like my thing was the guy already had a website built up to claim the election was stolen before the election even happened. Yeah, we're gonna play that same Trump card. We're gonna play the Trump card before it happened. Before anybody could cast a vote, he was already robbed, he said. I'm already robbed. I'm pre-robbed. What is this, Minority Report? They still got them albinos still under the water, their pool, in their private pool? They still reading shit? Sliding glasses and shit. Uh-oh, it's Larry Elder losing. Oh shit, Larry's losing, getting his ass kicked. Oh shit. Here goes Larry getting fucked over here. Here goes Larry applauding George Zimmerman. Black people laughing at his ass and throwing shit. Here goes Larry being embarrassed on election day. Oh shit. Here's Gavin Newsom having a martini. Here's Larry's wife walking away from his ass. Here are all the other coons pointing and laughing. Here's Larry sad. 479, you are in the building. What's your name? What's your comment?
What's up? What's up? It's Big K.
Big K, what's up, brother?
Hey, man. Just calling in. Saying what's up. Yeah, I was thinking, man. Thinking about reparations, you know, having conversations with some people and shit. And, like, my only, like, real concern, basically, is just, like, what I wanted to get your 2 cents on, if you would, like, if we just cut a flat check, do you have a concern that, like, the money could just eventually get funneled, like, you know, back into the white businesses that are in the, you know, low-income neighborhoods and shit like that? Or do you think that, you know, I don't know, or do you feel like maybe we should focus on, like, infrastructure or maybe 0% interest loans or, you know, even all these other, you know, other shit that we could do? Or do you think cut the check is the first step and then we move on to it? I was just wanting to get your 2 cents on that, my brother. And yeah, man. I don't want to disrespect. So I mean, if it's cool with you, could I shout out I'm single?
Yeah, go ahead, Big K. Go. It's all good,
All right,
brother.
I appreciate you, man. Well, if y'all like pause, check out my next single, Psycho. It's coming out on Friday. So just keep an eye out for that. It's going to be on all platforms. But, yeah, much love, brother. Keep doing your thing. And, yeah, go Wolfpack.
Yo. Give it up for my man Big K now. Now, Big K is excluded because he gets a pass on the shout-outs, guys, because Big K, he made that song for our show, for my Pause show. He actually called me up. He actually emailed me. Cold emailed me and said, Tim, I'm a supporter of the show. I like the show. I'm a fan of the show. I love that song, that track, that instrumental. Can I rap to it? And if I rap to it, will you play it? And I said, brother, do your best. Do your thing, bro. And then he worked with my son, TJ. Give us a shout out to TJ. And they did a couple different, they went back and forth a couple times about some ideas. And then you have the masterpiece, which is the Pause track that everyone loves. It's given me so much great feedback. Everyone has given me great feedback from that track. So shout out to Big K. Go support Big K if you can. He supports the show. People get pumped up when they hear that track come on. The brother's got skills, and I'm happy to pay him back or to hook him up for hooking us up. So that's love, man. That's support. Okay, so now when he asked a question, let's get to the point where he said about reparations and how some people are saying, well, we don't want to do, what if we give reparations and then people take the money and they spend the money with white corporations? What about that? Well, there's a couple ways to look at that. And the first way I'm going to look at that is the most obvious way. Every dollar you get now, you spend that money somehow already. There's already all this money that's circulating and going to white businesses now. No one seems to have a problem with that, generally speaking. So people get paychecks, they work their ass off, they get a paycheck. A majority of that money is spent with white institutions. If you got a problem with people spending future money with white institutions, you should have a problem with people spending current money with those same white institutions. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's just basic. But now, I want you to also be aware, BK, and anybody else this pertains to, is that that's an easy pushback for people that are looking for a reason to not support reparations. Think about it like this. In America, money is what we spend. A lot of us think that a country should be more of a socialist country or more of a country that focuses less on profit. And I agree with that, okay? But that's not the country we currently have. We have a country where money can equal medical treatment. It can equal living indoors. It can equal actually living outside of bars or in jail as a slave. Because remember, when you are in custody of the state, when you're in prison, you are now a slave again. That's in your Constitution. So to me, it's copping a plea to say, we would give you money, but how you gonna spend it? We wouldn't want you to have money and then other people benefit from your money. People need money to live, okay? And we're dying disproportionately from things that are avoidable because we don't have money. Money is important. Last thing is this. There are a lot of different prescriptions for a reparations package. And I know I need to spend a little bit more time diving into the full text of Dr. Sandy Darity's book on From Here to Equality, where they break down different ways. But money is just one part of it. For instance, Dr. Reverend Robert Turner, who was on the show, was talking about the reparations package that they put together, but they already did a study. So in Tulsa, Oklahoma, they did a study for reparations due to the Tulsa massacre. So for Congress has a bill in place called H.R. 40, which is to put together a panel to discover what reparations would look like or could look like for American descendants of slaves. Well, in Tulsa, they're already a step beyond that. They've already put together their panel. They've already done their study. And in their study, there are cash disbursements, but there also are business set-asides. There also are investment in communities, infrastructure, that you spoke of. So we can create, as Senator Nina Turner said, people say, Senator Nina Turner don't support reparations. No, Bernie was lukewarm on reparations, not Nina. Maybe she should have left his campaign, but they are different people. And when she ran, and when she came on the show, when we had a conversation about reparations, that for some reason a lot of people did not see, she said we can create reparations and make reparations be whatever we want it to be for the black community. It must include cash payments, but it also can include other things such as education, infrastructure, business grants, other things of that nature. The person that I get, so sometimes people say Tim just has a soft spot for Nina. Nah, man, I don't like anybody being mischaracterized. Period. If it was you and you were somebody I rock with that I've known for 6 years, and I know for a fact that you feel this way about something, and people are painting you as not being that way because they're angry or because of whatever they want to say, Like, I would ride for that. I would ride for you, brother or sister. Now, if I thought you fucked up, I say I thought you fucked up. Ain't no blood oaths over here. I don't owe nobody nothing. Got it? Anything I've done, I earned. So, anyway, to your point, Big K, to your point. Let me get off this, but this is important. You asked an important point. I appreciate the question. It's a good question. First of all, we can decide what reparations looks like. That's what the study is about. It's about making that decision. Some people have questions about the formation of HR 40 that they feel needs to be restructured. But as I learned from the Reset Race podcast, there was a panel in place when they decided to give the Japanese reparations for the internment camps. There was a study on how they were going to do this. There's nothing wrong with that. I do feel that we're beyond that. Let's just cut the check and then we'll figure it out. We can do that all in one thing. We can figure out how we're going to disperse it and how much it should be as we're doing the whole thing. So another 200 years to wait for them to put together more excuses on why it shouldn't happen. Just know this, Big K. The white power structure has been trying to put us off on this for 150 years. 10 years after slavery ended, we were like, where's our reparations? Because that was the agreement. Part of the agreement was 40 acres and a mule. That was supposed to be in that. 10 years later, those white people were saying, hey, slavery's over. What's the problem? Our people were enslaved for 300, 400 years in this country, and 10 years after freedom, they were saying, hey, why are you bringing up old stuff? So them saying, why are you bringing up old stuff? They've been saying that since 1870. It's a go-to. Don't waste a lot of energy arguing with people, trying to convince them to do something they did for other people without an argument. Next call. We got 808. 808, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Yo, what's going on, Tim Black? It's William from Hawaii.
William, what's up, brother?
Actually, I was actually just traveling, so I was listening to the show, so I apologize for that. But then I listened to like you opened before you did phone calls. I'll tell you what, man. I've been thinking a lot about this after something you had mentioned a week or so ago. And you know what I've discovered, man? Nothing that's ever occurred on Twitter has ever changed anything. And no algorithms or no numbers that gets thrown up on your YouTube about this, that, and the other has ever accomplished a fucking thing. Nothing. So you should know that you got people. There's a difference between somebody that hits a little button and says, oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like this. Or I like what this person says. I don't like what that person says. That shit can change with the wind. But, man, you got people that have your back. You thick or thin. Don't have to always agree with you. It doesn't matter, man. You got people that got your back because you're genuine and you're for real. And now I'm going to hang up because I'm going to go back to listening to the show, so don't answer my phone call again. But man, you know you got people that got your back, and we all appreciate you. And I'll tell you, so I started listening to Reset Race about maybe a week and a half ago, just trying to catch up. I have learned so much shit that I had no clue about from that show. There is a lot of good information on that show. Just like the Tim, your interview with I can't think of the dude from Tulsa, exceptional, man. Just like you don't hear that kind of news anywhere. You don't hear that kind of story. You don't hear that kind of subject matter anywhere. And it was a valuable lesson, and I felt smarter after I listened to it. So thanks a lot, brother. I appreciate it, and I'm gonna go back to listening to your show.
Brother William in the house. Thank you, William. I appreciate it, man. Hey, Dr. Reverend Robert Turner, or Reverend Dr. Robert Turner. I don't know which one comes first. But the brother was on point, and I had a good I spoke to him briefly after the show, and I just had to tell him how happy we were to have him, and that his message, his wealth of information, his down to earth nature, were a definite treat for my audience, and I expressed to him how much you guys appreciated him coming through. And you know what? You're right, William. It's like you're on the internet, and when you stats are everything in your face all the time, So, but I have learned, I've gotten a lot better, Will, because I know my process now, what I'm going through. I am conditioned to say, if we go back to 100,000, it's okay. We might even be better if we go back to 100,000 on YouTube. Might be better because at least then those people will be actual Tim Black supporters of our current message, and not people who subscribe because you did something with Jimmy one time, some shit like that, or because you voted for Bernie, but there'll be people that actually support our fight for reparations, our fight for a Black agenda, our honest take on news from a Black perspective that doesn't apologize, that always calls the shit as he sees it for the Black community and fights for that. And I'm not anti anything, but there is this lack of representation for Black folks can only be dealt with head on, and that's what I'm doing. And so there you go, and not apologize for that shit at all, and say it with your chest. But thank you, William, for the phone call, man. I'm going to go to my next call. My 205's in the house. 205, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment? Yo, cut down
man,
your...
What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up, brother?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Man, you all right today?
Yes,
man,
sir.
Listen, man, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, man.
Talk to me, man.
I can't complain. I'm going to turn this down because I get in the back. Man.
Yeah, there you go,
turn
fam.
the TV down a little bit. Yeah,
No
yeah.
problem.
There we go. Look, check this out, brother. Man, I don't know why people be getting called, but this elder and this orange young lady, man, look, we already know where they coming from. Check this out. We knew where Trump was coming from off the top. You getting the same thing you getting from with Elder and Owen. You already know. Trump let you know how he was off the back. So why is we even wasting all this energy with these people? You understand what I'm saying, brother? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We already know what it is. Yeah, and they keep telling you the same. They go with this. They do this to draw attention to themselves, to draw yourself, to waste your energy on that. I looked at some Elder's old videos. I couldn't believe some of the things he was saying, brother. Man, I was like, really? But check this out. All this to the young brother was talking about the reparations thing. The reparations have to be generational. It's got to be generational. It's got to be passed down. Man, we be dead and gone, and our kids and grandkids and great-grandkids should be getting this from what happened to us, the atrocities that happened to us. Now, I'm a big follower of Adolf. That's Yvette Cornell and Antonio Moore. I follow them more than anything. And check this out. When I first seen your video, I sent it to my sister. It was during the election with the Biden and the Trump election, and you were saying certain things against Biden. My sister didn't like it, but after a while, I had to say, "Look, just listen to the brother. look." I said, "Listen to him. The brother gonna speak the truth." I said, "He make a lot of sense what he's saying." In every way, she tried to shoot it down, brother. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I'll get you.
You know, hey, bro. Hey, but check this out, Black. Hey, man, you keep going doing what you're doing, brother. You got my back, man. I listen to you when I get a chance, I listen to you every night at work, man. I had these headphones on my head at work, man, and I listen to you. Hey, man, you keep it going. Hey, brother,
Yes, sir.
I'm with you. Hey, I'm going to tune in every time I can, man. Hey, much love to you, brother, okay?
Much love to you, brother. Give it up for my caller, man, out here. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. And tell your sister I say this all love, man. Tell your sister she might not agree with everything I say, but I'm fighting for us. All right? So if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna fight for us. That's all I'm gonna do. That's it. Okay, so she don't have to question, like, what's my motive? My motive is I want us to win. And I agree with you that it does have to be generational. You know, and don't get me twisted, man. If black folks are concerned like you are, brother, the last thing we would want is for black people to get some money and then the next generation is gone. Okay? And look, some people took Nina Turner out of context on that because that's what she was trying to say. People didn't look at it like that. It's just because they think because they know how to handle money, everybody know how to handle money. Because you know, people think, I get $100,000, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, or whatever amount of money. $500,000, I don't know. But people blow money. Some people do blow money. But there are other parts of the reparations package than just, here goes some money, have a good life. So there's a lot of trepidation in the black community about how this will happen. So a lot of people support it. I think more would support it with more education. Because last I heard we were at 75%. I think the number's higher. And people understand there are other components other than just cash. And that we'd make that decision about what those components will be. But brother, I'm with you, man. I think I know that my grandkids and their kids, this is something. If we've been in this position for 8 generations, and if we were to make a settlement that only positively impacted 2 generations, that would be a loss. So there is more to consider, and I'm down for that, bro. All right, my bad. 410. 410, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Is it me?
Yes, it is.
Is that me?
Yes, how you doing?
Hey there. Hey, it's Gidget. I just wanted to call in and say that I've been listening to you, and I actually had the pleasure of meeting you at one of the comedy shows here. I think it was in Baltimore. And I just never thought things would go so sideways like this with the left. And I'm real glad that, you know, you just speak with such clarity, and you always have terrific guests. And I just wanted to say, you know, I'm still here listening and supporting the show. I don't know if you remember me, but
yes, I do remember you, Gidget.
In.
I do remember you fondly, Gidget. You and your husband, they came out, and they came out to a show. Actually, a show I was with Lee Camp and Jimmy Dore at the time. Thank you.
I didn't want to say any names, but yeah. Yep. But I just never thought that this guy would be such a lunatic. I mean, I don't even know, what is his end game? You just burn down the whole party and leave embers?
It appears that way. That and money, I think.
Yeah. But I just, you know, with everything you've been going through, and, you know, it's been heartbreaking to listen and see. But you've been standing tall and strong, and you've been doing a wonderful job. I really enjoyed that interview with Reverend Dr. Robert Turner.
Yes.
That was outstanding. And I did want to kind of laugh at Larry Elder because he looked, when Rose McGowan was giving her endorsement, air quotes, it looked like he was frozen in terror, and she sounded like she was on speed like Sarah Palin. It was awful. It was awful. So.
Yes.
I never heard of an endorsement where somebody's talking about listening devices and being spied on. It was awful. So, anyway.
Wow.
We're here supporting you.
Yes,
and,
yes.
We love you and continue to support the show and you. And, you know, you can contact me. You know how to contact me if you need anything.
Yes, I do. All right, Gidget. Thank you so much. Tell your husband I said hello, and I appreciate you so much, sister. I do.
Okay, we love you. Have a good night.
All right, now give it up, give it up, give it up. Give it up, man. Now, I have been wondering what happened to my friend Gidget because back when the pandemic first hit, guys, and look, hope I'm okay. I hope it's okay to say this. You remember when supplies were really low and people were really worried about stuff, and everyone was worried. People were running in stores looking for stuff and couldn't find stuff. We couldn't find masks. We couldn't find hand sanitizer. Gidget and her husband sent me a secure package. Hold on a second, man. They sent us a care package of some ingredients to make our own hand sanitizer. And some masks for my family, you know. And you remember how it was, at the time, back when the pandemic first kicked off last year, and everyone was running around, you guys, I don't know if people understand. There was a time, right, when I was working in a different field, and I was a good provider for my wife and my family. You know what I'm saying? And then I had this idea that I wanted to do a show, and that was what I wanted to do. I'd been a writer. I had to give it up because being a writer didn't pay. I didn't have access to write my own. Like back in the 90s, we didn't have these mediums. Young people, you don't know how lucky you are to have the ability to reach people at very low expense or for free, just with an internet connection. We didn't have that in the 90s. So I went into IT, and I just want you to know, guys, sometimes I put myself in a situation where taking care of my family may not always be easy. Now, like it was when I picked up a paycheck. I just want to thank Gidget and her husband for looking out for us on that note. And it's not just me and my wife. It was, me and my children here. And then we have my granddaughters and 2 granddaughters. And so it meant a lot. And that's my wolf pack. And that's what's up. So thank you guys so much. And all you guys out there, I know you know what I'm talking about. And ladies too, I'm sure you understand when you are the person that's used to doing certain things, and then you can't do those things because you're doing this other thing, and that there's a level of stress, and it may be a little bit of guilt too what's going on with me, because it's like I done dragged my family into this situation that I'm now doing this thing, and and how am I taking care of them? You know what I'm saying? And now we're in a pandemic, and people are like, F you, Tim, because you don't rock with Jimmy Dore. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Real talk. So anyway, 503, we are live. What's your name? What's your comment? 503.
Oh, I guess that's me. This is Lost Fever in Oregon.
Hey, how you doing?
And I like to talk about Oh, great. How are you?
I'm good. Because you cut down that, I hear my voice. I like my voice, but we can't hear it playing. Yeah. Yeah.
I did that. Okay. I wanted to talk about the Buy Back Better. I don't even know what it's called, but the reconciliation bill and the infrastructure bill. I don't know what Buy Back Better means. I don't know what that means exactly. But I feel like there's not enough talk about the bill and the 3.5 trillion, and it's something that needs to be talked about a lot, and not just a little clickbait about Joe Manchin and shit. Oh, sorry for the person.
No problem. So what do you want to know about the bill? What's up?
Well, I just feel like the media is not talking about enough about it and how important it is, and all we're getting is basically Joe Biden and leadership doing their regular old, well, this is the best that we could do, and sorry, but we'll get it done next time. And that just seems to be what's going on. And I don't think the bill is going to pass, and it needs to pass since they're saying that we're in such dire straits.
Well, what's your name again, caller?
Oh, my name is Denise.
Denise. Okay, Denise.
I'm on Twitter as Las Diva.
I know you. Give it up for what?
Now you know.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you called in. It's good to hear from you. And because Denise said so, give it up for Denise. Denise, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to read a little bit more of this bill, just a little bit, because I'm sitting in front of an article, Denise. I thought people didn't give a shit, honestly, because they're so distrustful of Biden, so distrustful of Congress, so distrustful of the Senate, so distrustful of Manchin that they were kind of not interested. But let me tell you a little bit about the bill, because it's right here. Okay. The proposed $3.5 trillion bill, which is what the plan that Biden's supposed to met with Manchin to discuss, is backed by most congressional Democrats, and it would hike some corporate and income tax rates to create new initiatives to subsidize parenthood education, health care, as well as fund new housing and environmental programs. Now, it doesn't go much further into what that really looks like, okay? But it says the measure would make community college free. It would create universal free preschool for 3 and 4-year-olds. It would cap childcare expenses for most workers at 7% of their income and subsidize 12 weeks of paid family and medical leave. So they were trying to cast, as it says, the White House is trying to cast this as Biden's attempt to follow the footsteps of massive government programs like FDR's New Deal and Lyndon Johnson's Great Society. Okay, so that's just a little bit of meat on the bone for you on that. I thank you, Denise Diva, for calling up out of Oregon. I know you was in Oregon. Why did I thought you said Georgia? But yeah, it's good to know. So give it up for that caller, y'all. That's important. Now, I know there's more to this. I know there's more to this bill and how it's being allocated. They need 51 votes, y'all. 51. Now, it'll pass the House, but can they get to pass that damn Senate? That's the question. Okay. And let's go to 417. 417, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live, my friend. Who's this?
We'll go with White Chocolate. That's the nickname I had in high school. So.
All right. What's on your mind, my brother?
Yeah, I like to listen to different voices across the political spectrum. I'm conservative, and it's kind of sad seeing the state of some of the fairs with you villainizing Elder as a coon, but then that shows some hypocrisy.
Then I'm sorry, brother. You got cut off for a second. You got cut off for a second. You know what? You calling up here you calling up to my show as a very white man, calling yourself White Chocolate. I find that hypocritical as fuck too. But
why?
Yeah, because why
are you getting so butthurt over
butthurt? No, you're a goofy motherfucker. You are a goofy motherfucker that called this black man's show and says I can't call Larry Elder a coon. That's my opinion. And my opinion is if you're a white guy calling this show who tries to do some racist shit like call me white chocolate, that sounded fucked up. So you say I'm a conservative who calls black show, I like looking at other political spectrums and shit like that. You know what I like doing? I like hanging up on corny white dudes and reaming them out on the air when they call my show trolling. Larry Elder, if Larry Elder talked about white people the way he talked about black people, you'd have him lynched. Goodbye, bitch. (626), you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, this is DeCarlo from Berkeley. How you do, Johnson?
What's up, Johnson?
All right, hanging in there, brother. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. What you're going through right now. I'm gonna tell you. I know how you feeling. To me, I call it a, like the stuff with Jimmy Dory and TYT and all of that. I think it's kind of like a James Baldwin moment. It's like we're over here and we all thought we was all on the same side, and then we find out it's like, hey, you know what? Oh, yeah, I'm on the same side as long as I can control you. And that's where the problem comes in. I'm going to bring up one other historical point with this. The Schomburg, African American History Museum in Harlem. Arthur Schomburg, he wanted to create this museum for African American history, and there were lots of people, a lot of people that were of other faiths that wanted to bring artifacts in, and it was like, sure. Well, after they got all the artifacts in, next thing you know, they said, well, we also want to control the African American Museum, and it's like, but you guys are not African American. And it's like, well, still, we think we can do it better than you. Same thing happened with the NAACP, with the Niagara movement. Oh, okay, well, here, we think that we can do it better than you. How can you do it better than us when we're trying? You're supposed to be our help. You're not supposed to be the person who is the middleman. And so, see, I understand what you're talking about with it, brother, and I'm serious. It's like, to me, I'm going to tell you, with TYT, I respect them, but, they know what they've done. They did a lot of dirty, underhanded mess. And for people who don't want to talk about the stuff with the Hill, everybody knows it's like there's a lot of Zionism, if I can say the word without getting in trouble. There's a lot of Zionist stuff going on with the Nina Turner thing, even with the Hill stuff, and people don't want to talk about it. But it's something that really needs to be brought up because, again, if they can do it with one, they'll try and replicate it. And that's what we have to watch out for. Because, see, if they can get people to go, hey, you know what? We put two people up and, a lot of people, they really can't see the difference between the two. And if one sounds a little more conservative than the one that just wants to try and help the people that I don't want them next to me, well, maybe I can just go that way and I can feel better about myself. That's what, they'll try and push in society. And I just don't see it as something, it's something that has to be called and just primarily addressed immediately. And again, I think you've done it in the best way. And I'm one of these brothers that I'm going to be here all the way through, Johnson, all the way through, because you're the brother that's going up against TYT. You're going up against all these other people that care nothing about black people and the black experience, nothing about it. And you're making sure that everybody knows. And thank you for doing it.
Brother. My brother. Give it up for this caller, man. I want to thank you, brother, for recognizing that, man. But you know what? I'm only able to do it, brother, is because I have a community. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only reason why I've been able to keep my head above water and make these important call outs. You know what I'm saying? So without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, I gotta live indoors. I gotta do what I have to do for my family. So, and this is why people don't do it. So part of the thing, man, I want people to know, like, I don't care what the issue is. For my issue, my issue is making sure that black people are represented, making sure our interests are important, are presented respectfully, and then we get something for our vote, and then a black agenda is on the table, and that includes reparations. That's what it is. But whatever your endeavor is, if it's against the status quo and you fight for it, you're going to lose some stuff. I don't care what it is. If you fight for it, it's against status quo, and there are forces out there to keep you, to shut you up, and you don't go along with that, you're going to have a price to pay. And the reason why people don't do it more, see, we think people don't stand up more because everyone's a sellout. I used to say that too. A lot of people got a lot to lose. And they're not saying they shouldn't risk it. I'm no saint. Why am I risking it? Well, I'm a better person than this person? We all here in the same country together. We all watch the same shows. We eat the same food. Come on now. I'm not kissed by an angel. But what I'm telling you is, it's not as easy. So it's not just that people don't care. It's also that for some people, the price is so steep, they're afraid to pay it. Is this a price to pay? I know someone who told me they lost half their Patreons battling Jimmy. Half. They woke up the next day or a week later and half their people left them. Just for calling Jimmy Dore out. Now, he didn't go to Jimmy Dore's house and egg his house. He just said things about him on a video. And that is all it took. They wouldn't do that if he talked about Bernie Sanders. They wouldn't do that if he talked about AOC. You understand what I'm saying? Let that sink in. So that's why this has to be done. We have to call out these people. So evidently, these people have a lot of followings. They have a lot of power. Are they using that power to help us? And if they're not using it to help black people, my opinion is they're hurting black people. And some of them have outright, downright anti-black messages. They talk negatively about reparations. They don't discuss black agendas. The only time they mention black people is something police-related that's a headline in the news article. And then they keep it moving. Or they'll tokenize a black person who makes their argument seem stronger. These are white supremacist methods, y'all. These are white supremacist methods. They pull Daryl Davis out their ass and use him to mitigate or to rationalize why it's good to work with the Boogaloo Boys or the Proud Boys. When meanwhile, it's just a new market of people, of eyeballs. That if you go with that, well, that means we could bring in that more messaging in and get their viewers. You don't get that? Like, people don't get these things. So, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, man. Let me go to 352, guys. 352, you alive? What's going on?
Tim. Hey, Tim,
hey.
Gary. All right, you know my situation. So I try not to get too worked up. I'm trying to level off anyway without getting into that personal shit. Just so you know, I had to call you tonight because, first of all, white chocolate. How could I let you end on a call like that? Let you end on a call like that. Are you kidding me? There ain't no way I'm going to watch you suffer that. It's been 15 days. I've been doing good, fighting the fight. But, you can't change 57 years overnight. So, I'm fighting the fight. I'm doing better. Okay. I ain't going to be able to throw the switch on that. But anyway, let me get to the story today that I think you hit on that was really important now because I wanted to keep it short and sweet and get to the point, like you said. I don't have an hour to talk about these things as deep as I want. So get to the point, Gary. So, but there's so many points. So I'll get to the one. Today you did the show on the pause, the Backbone show, right?
Yes.
Or yesterday. Was it tonight? You did the show
Tonight,
on
yeah,
Backbone?
tonight.
About, right?
Yes.
Okay. So back, all right, man, you hit that on the nose. And then when you talked about that comedian, what's his name again?
Norm McDonald.
The one that just, yes. Agree or not agree, you got to give that man the backbone and the credit he deserves for standing up against Saturday Night Live. Back in my day, Saturday Night Live was the bomb. That was it. These kids don't know today because they got internet. They think it's all like, I can go to any creative. Back then, to make it to SNL was everything. It was, if you made it to SNL, boom, you were set for life, right?
Right.
That was it. So for him to say to SNL, well, I'm not changing what I think is, what I'm talking about. He had no qualms with it. He had no qualms. He felt what he was joking about and his stick was legit. And first of all, as a comedian, you should always have a lot more broader span. You can't start censoring comedians. Forget about it. We start censoring our sense of humor in this country, we might as well look for a way out, and thank God that Trump didn't build that wall, because I'll move to Mexico tomorrow if we lose our sense of humor in this country. Okay? We start censoring friggin' comedy in this country. I'm out of here. Comedy's about the only thing that keeps us alive in this country. Thank God for you, the people with the sense, all right? If it wasn't for the comedy in this country, hello? So, but the backbone thing about, and then when you were talking about, and I love the fact that you pointed out the hypocrisy, a lot of these, I don't want to go through all the names because you follow them more than I do. I got a couple of, like I told you, you're basically it, but I got to check in once in a while with some of the other ones just to get a feel of what you're up against, But it's very easy to see with these people that they don't talk from the chest. They don't talk from the heart. They talk from the wallet. It is so easy to see when a man is talking from the heart or his wallet. You learn that on the street real quick, don't you?
Yes.
You know when someone's talking from their heart or their wallet. And when I hear someone talking from their wallet, you can't fake me in that you're talking from the heart. I already know your wallet's in your mouth. All right? You can't fool me. All right? Does that mean that none of us care about money? No. Like you said, in this environment that we live in today, we got to put a roof over our head. We got to have freaking food on the table for our kids and stuff and clothes on our back. The basics. But when I see somebody talking for money, when it's like, okay, now it's not about basics. I really want to go back to that thing where I had that night when I brought up the culture in the racing, and you came after me. I want to write it down and make it and put it on a letter and frame it and send it to you, because I think that what you said about there's two kind of people. There's ones that their mission is to collect as many toys as they can and to be as comfortable as they can, and that's all they care about. That's their game, their whole life. You know how many people we see like that every day? They're so materialistic, they don't care about what they leave behind. Those are the two different people. When you want to break down people in life, you broke that down right to the bone. I really think that was one of the great, that was one of the great statements, and I'm going to write it down. I'm going to send it to you. I just can't do it right now, but I'm going to write it down, because what you said that night should be up there with like some of the great statesmen and philosophers. I'm not blowing smoke. If anybody wants to listen to what you said that night about, comes down to two people. If anybody listens to that friggin' thing, that is a mission statement all by itself. You could put it on the back wall, and people can live by that the rest of their lives. All right? So let me cut it short tonight. I just wanted to give you a little pump up after that white chocolate call. I love you, brother, and I got to get back to the coffee. All right. Good night.
My brother. Give it up for Gary in the house, man. All heart. All heart. Yes. Oh, man. Let's see. 702. I'll take a flyer. 702, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hello?
Hey, you're live.
Hello?
Who's this? Yes.
Hello.
Yo.
This is CJ from Las Vegas.
CJ, what's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, what's up, Tim, man? I like your show and everything. Man, I listen to you. You're a cool brother, man. You tell it like it is. And I love it how you fight for reparations. I wish Ice Cube would have came on here and did like an interview with you, man, because you definitely deserve it, man. We need a black agenda, man. He came out true, and everybody attacked him. SNL attacked him. Even Keenan. I can't believe Keenan from SNL. He attacked him, and he put him in the movie. It's just weird how Hollywood does people, man. You know, it's just, I don't know. And they talk about the vaccine a little bit too much. They don't talk about what's going on with the homeless people, what's going on with the money. It's just, I don't know, man. I just like the show, and I just want to say I appreciate what you do, man, and that's about it, brother.
My brother, give it up for CJ, man. I appreciate that, fam, and damn, bruh. Yeah, I wish Cube would have came through too. You know what I'm saying? But what can I say, bro? I was fortunate to get Dr. Derek Hamilton to come on. He wrote the foreword for Ice Cube's contract with Black America. But you're right. I mean, he did not write the contract, and it would have been good to have Ice Cube on. He went on Roland Martin's show, and I guess Roland Martin's been around for a long time, and I guess Cube was more comfortable with the old school, with the more traditional, like mainstream type media. He went on CNN, and I guess maybe that's just more his style, It's disappointing, but I get it, What can I say? I don't think he went on with anybody who was like independent. I could be wrong, but we did have Killer Mike come through, so we 1 for 1. We 1 for 1. Good up for Killer Mike. All right. Damn, what happened? 512. You're alive, 512. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hello.
Yo, hey.
Hey, Tim. This is Sophia.
Oh,
from
okay.
Austin.
Yes. What's up, Sophia?
So, get ready to get mad because I discovered something that almost made me sick. Do you remember the incident in Philadelphia where the police bombed was it a commune? Because I'm reading the propaganda, so I'm reading what they called it. I think they said some black extremist compound or something is where I read. That's what they called it.
Yeah, it was a
you
building.
know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I am. Yes.
It killed a whole family and children and everything, right? You remember that?
Yes.
So, Jim Crow Joe in 1985, he is here trying to be petty with Reagan, and he's trying to use Reagan's Beirut incident to deflect and promote his own dropping bombs from the sky strategy. He literally said, that is not like the airplane where you may be able to surgically remove the terrorists and save innocent people, though knowing full well you may not. That is like the Philadelphia incident. They did not set up a bomb, unlike the Philadelphia, I'm sorry, Tim, I've got freaking dyslexia. They did not set off the bomb intentionally. It was a mistake. They miscalculated and burned in a way that they did not intend. But when you set off a bomb like in Beirut, you are guaranteed to kill innocent people, or if not killed and injured. So he basically said that and I'm telling you that the way, and I'm sure that you recognize the way that his behavior and the pattern in which he defends himself when something is of his fault, something that he created, one of his babies, he will defend that to the end. And I believe that he definitely was involved in this if he was so defensive of that. Something like that. This is why I say he should honestly just be charged with hate crimes. Like in a just world, I think what he has inflicted on the Black community is so institutional. It's like, and I've like explained racism to my like formerly racist grandparents by using what Jim Crow Joe instituted that helped like destroy the Black community, that all the stereotypes that they heard about, that was only being perpetuated by him, and he was sabotaging Black folks, putting innocent people in jail, breaking up the families, even though he knew that's exactly why, more and more people were going wayward, by more, you talk about kids growing up without fathers. Okay, dude, so why the fuck did you lock them all up just for smoking weed instead of, doing dope or stuff like that? Because unlike, the DEA information that you helped craft, people don't do other drugs just because they smoke weed. Some people can just smoke weed and be just fine. It's called self-medicating, which in the Black community, there's a girl that is in my friend circle. She's, she's Black, and she recently overdosed / killed herself. And this is the third, Black person in my friend group who's killed themselves like this. And I'm like, why the hell are we not talking about Black mental health? Even, in this whole identity politics, all these people on TV, Don Lemon, and then no one's talking about Black mental health. It is so bad the way Black folks are treated. They're treated like freaking criminals when they're having, say someone has PTSD from racism, from having racist incidents happen to them, because it happens all the time. And they automatically have that anxiety every time they're near that, that trigger. It's a real trigger. That's not some sort of, snowflake type of thing. It's a real trigger. And I think a lot more Black folks have PTSD or complex PTSD than, even people want to accept. And I think that we need to accept that. We need to advocate for that. Like me, as an ally, I'm multiracial, but I'm going to use that all the way as being an ally to help, spread this awareness, because we're all better when we're together. And I just, I don't want to lead into this racism that happens between all our different, these different ethnicities. And it breaks my heart, especially the Latinos. It's so shameful. It's like, you guys, go do a fucking DNA test and see who your ancestors are. What are you doing? You criticize these Black folks as they're extremists, so they're racist. If you actually supported them in their endeavor to get reparations, after they get reparations, they would be perfectly happy to go alongside you and help you get your restitution. It's not like, I'm just I'm so sick of this shit. Just like Biden said, when he talked about Latinos going to overtake, Black folks, that they were already, becoming the majority of the minority population. And he wants to turn the groups against each other. Not only do they want, the Black community divided to not be as, as strong and fortified as possible, but they don't want the Latino community to come in there and help and be that support, because if all of us got together, the white supremacists, they wouldn't know what to do. They really wouldn't. And then also, we could spread that sentiment all the way around Latin America, because racism is so bad there. And I guess, that's my rant of all the bullshit that I've been seeing. So
yes.
Thanks for letting me.
I couldn't hear you there, Sophia, but I heard the end though, man. I heard your comments. I didn't hear your closer, but I appreciate you, Sophia. Thanks for calling up. Sophia with more information yet about Joe Biden and how horrible he has been. And I appreciate you taking time out of your life to look into that stuff, Sophia. And like, look, I'm good. I'm down with working with other people. I'm down with working with other communities to achieve goals. But first, cut the check. That's right, cut the check. See, if Latinos would have been in America in bigger numbers, right, where they felt, had they had a similar history with America as black folks, and had they been excluded from the GI Bill, if they had been overlooked in the New Deal, if they had been overlooked in the Fair Deal, you know, maybe then they'd understand. I don't know what it is, man. I know I was watching one program, and a lot of us here have talked very fondly about the Reset Race podcast. That's because it's a lot of great information. It's not just because I know them. It's because the information is the bomb, okay? You'll find yourself listening to a lecture. A lecture, like you watching a documentary. It'll be someone just talking, but the information they're talking about is so damn important and relevant. So, yeah, what can I say, Sophia? Thank you for the phone call. And let me get some people in for these phone lines cut off on me. I'm up here talking like we got all night. Let me go to 304. 304, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, Tim, it's Rob.
Rob in the house. What's up, my brother?
Hey, I'm surprised. I've been listening. I figured I had to move. I'm working in my garage here, moving around stuff. And I figured I was like, well, I'll just call the line so I can keep listening, so I could keep close to the phone with you. But shit, it's bad. I'm like 3 sheets to the wind here, working and listening to everything going on. But Tim, I just, you got me on the line here. I love you. I love what you're doing. I support the reparations. I do believe cut the check. I've started to open minds and convince people to play the game of role reversal. Let's put your ancestors in their shoes. Let's play that game because it's so easy to not identify. Hey, what if it was your grandparents, great-grandparents that slaved and paved the way to build what we have now? And just like you said, it's not just the slavery, it's everything that builds up to it. It's everything that builds up to it. Then I look back, it's like, well, August 11th, you got Hip Hop Day, right? So that makes it even. It's all good, right? I mean, are these congressmen are jokes? Really? I mean, it's just like, we got Martin Luther King Day, we got Hip Hop Day. We're even. It's even.
Damn.
We'll just take 400 years of death and souls and blood and sweat. We'll give them Hip Hop Day. I'd let you guys get away with that, but I love Eminem, and he's got the right color in the Hip Hop Day. So, I'm just saying, Tim, I love what you're doing. I have been able to turn some people onto you and try to get it in their head of what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Cut the check. I'm okay with paying a check. I'm okay with the government taxing to pay that check. Let's make it right. Let's cut the check and get past this.
Yes.
Let's
Yes, brother.
make it right. Let's get the communities right. Let's make it all right. Let's stop with these games of hip hop days and BS. That's all I got to say, Tim. I was listening to you. Like I said, you may want to mute this out later. I'm drunk. I love you, buddy.
I love you back, man. Give it up for Rob, man. That's my brother Rob from West Virginia.
We'll take care, Tim. We'll talk to you soon.
You got it, brother. You take care, man. Rob's a long-time listener to the show and been around for years, brother, years and years. And I mean more than 5 years. And he remembers when it was just a couple of hundred of us. And it was like just family, just talking every night. And I've been doing it for a long time, almost 10 years now. So I think Rob been around for 7, 8 years. I don't know, man. It's crazy. So, Yeah, and Rob's being sarcastic, right? Because he's like, oh, so we don't give him reparations, we won't give him a hip hop day. Such bullshit. It's crazy, man. And look, I know some white guys, and you say put the shoe on the other foot, they start getting angry. That's when they start getting mad as hell, start even thinking about it. Hold on. Don't put the shoe on the other foot. Hell no. I ain't wearing that shoe. Because they know what they would do. They know what they would do. We got, All right. So anyway. 310, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment? Hey.
Smooth.
Yeah.
It's Smooth 80.
Smooth, what's up, Smooth?
Tonight,
Woo, Smooth, what's up, brother?
Man, I got a bunch of things to talk about.
90 seconds.
I enjoyed the pause today with your guy. I have a couple of questions or comments in regard to that. I might have missed it because I came in late on the show. But when we're talking about reparations, I'm always hearing the descendants of slavery. Okay, kind of got a problem with that because if we're looking at
60 seconds,
then everyone is not going to be a descendant of a slave. So that to me creates another bar or another hurdle that we have to get over because every black person in America should be owed reparations. When you look through the history books and the people that fought in all these wars, that fought the revolution, we already kind of know that where they came from. But as that timeline moved on, how many people actually have documentation of where their great-great-great-grandfathers came from?
Let me stop you there, Smooth. Still Smooth. That's Smooth.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Let me stop you there, brother, just because you're going down the wrong road because you heard some misinformation. So the criteria for qualification are, at least one parent that's been in America for a certain amount of time that is, of of black heritage, that can be traced back as being in America. I'm sure you would not think that people that got here in the last 20 years should qualify for something that's, for people that have been here for 8 generations. I know you don't think that, right? I know you don't think new immigrants who just came to America within the last 20 or 30 years qualify for something that has, been a legacy in this country for the last 400 years. Do you? You don't think that, do you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
So, yeah.
But it's like you said, I got that misinformation.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as how you're going to trace, it's like one thing I was told, man, that I learned was that it has more to do with your last name, brother. There are a lot of records. If you're a black person born in this country, if you've been on your census, one of the criteria is if you have claimed black on your census, at least going back 10 years. It's a certain year. I don't know if it's 10 years, but it's a census thing as well where you check black on the box. Okay? That's one of the criteria. So, there are people worried about showing paperwork. Nah, it's not going to be that strenuous. Go to the actifypress.com website to get like more information on it. But nah, brother, you're not gonna have to show your freedom papers. You ain't gonna have to go get a blood test. You ain't gonna have to prick, it ain't a DNA test. Like, it ain't that serious. It's pretty evident that you're a black man or a black woman with black blood born in the United States and that your parents were born in the United States. That's like as far back as that I understand that it goes.
Oh, man, because I've been getting so much this information about this.
I might have to have Sam. Now, Sam says have Mark Black on African American on the documents for the last 12 years. Sam says it's the last 12 years. Now, Sam Khaleesi's in the comments section. Oh. She's from Reset Race Podcast, and that's where, and they have a wealth of information. So she said 12. I knew it was 10. I thought it was 10 or something, but she says 12. So, yeah, it's not, it's not as difficult as you know what I'm saying, as it's people making it out to be.
Yeah, because they trying to make it like you got to go through hell and high water.
Nah, man. Mm-mm. No, sir.
Yeah, but well, thank you for that, man. I will look into that.
Sure, brother.
The other thing is that this recall, which California is paying for right now, is costing us $300 million, I believe, which old boy got the shit knocked out of him. And I'm saying, why do we even have to go through this? We're going to have an election in 22 anyway. You know, we spending money on recalls, so I hope they get that squared away. The other thing that I would like to bring to your attention is that whenever they're talking about money, like this unemployment and this and that, why is it that it's always families and never single people? It's like single people don't exist. You know, single people work, they create taxes, you know, but they don't want to give single people anything. You know, only reason I'm saying that is because I know quite a few single people
understood.
that got cut out of the loop again. Yeah, I mean, it's like they create to this economy as well. So no official ever mentions single people. Single people pay more taxes than anybody. You know, it's just mind-boggling how they can figure out how they can do this money thing. So, but I just wanted to say, Tim, I enjoyed the show. A lot of good things I heard tonight. You know, thank you again for giving me that info on that website that I can go to.
Yes, sir.
Because we need as much information as we can get, man. You know, we need the right information. And again, can I say one other thing about them saying that Nina Turner is not with us? You know, I don't understand that smoke that they're giving her. You know, just because she's on TYT, I look at it that this is an opportunity for her to get more eyeballs from the white community to see her and to hear her, because as we know, they fear her. So if you actually hear what she's talking about in layman's terms, she's making points that help all people, not just black people. She's saying things that's going to help everybody. But this fear mongering that goes on with Nina Turner, I think is very wrong. She's a very bright lady. She has a lot to say. She has a lot to contribute to. And I think we just need to listen at it and follow. Because when she was with Bernie, you didn't have a problem. She was the chairperson of his campaign. But all of a sudden, because she ran for herself and she got beat, everybody's thinking it's a bad thing. No, it could be a good thing because it lets you know who's actually looking. It lets you know who your enemy is and how to defeat them on the next go-round. So, Tim, I'm gonna get off of that. But thank you again for letting me rant. I appreciate you, brother, and keep up the good work. Oh, by the way, cut the damn check.
That's how you finish strong, my brother Smooth. Thank you, Smooth, for that, brother. I appreciate it. Number love for you, man. Yeah, bro. Wow. And yeah, man, I appreciate you calling up and asking that question because it's an important question. If people want to know it, we all got homework assignments. Maybe I'll give myself a more accurate homework assignment for that question. Because we've had that conversation several times. I don't know. I guess I'm not going to be able to find it like off the cuff. But I know that Michael Graham sent it to me from the Reset Race Actify Press website, sent me like links to, understanding, how actually this will be allocated. I know it's in the book about different ways to determine who qualifies. And it's there. I wonder, I guess I can put this because I am. Let's do this. I'm putting a link in the link description box or in the comment box of a PDF people can download about the reparations plan. Okay, and it's from Actify Press. From Here to Equality, Reparations Quick Guide. Okay, it's a quick guide. How about that? That's a good one. And as much as cool as it is to hear a brother like Tim Black get loud and raise hell, it's also cool to know facts. So, from all the facts, to know details. So, that's what Reset Race is about. It's a nice mix of downright black indignation for white supremacist system, for inequality and pushback on all that good stuff, and some comedy and all that good stuff, but it's also packed with tons of facts, and that's why I rock with it. Because I need them facts, baby. Did I call up 315 yet? 315, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hello there, Brother Tim. Can I be heard?
Who is this?
Oh, this is Brother B, man, from outside of Syracuse. How are you doing, brother?
What's up, B? Talk to me. What's on your mind, brother?
I'll be honest with you. There's a couple of things. The first one is I wanted to say, man, keep on keeping on. Keep on bringing the power to the people. Keep speaking the truth that you're speaking. It is very much welcomed. I've been listening from afar. I've been very busy, so I haven't had the opportunity in the last couple of weeks to call, but I wanted to say that. On Nina Turner, I was surprised at first that she joined TYT, and then it took me a little bit, but I remembered, oh yeah, she had been on there before, blah, blah, blah. So less surprised. And I don't know if there's anything that she could really do that would suggest to me that she isn't with the people outside of start appearing in like corporate commercials. So everybody who's questioning her valor, who's questioning her integrity, those people probably have valor and integrity problems, not her. On reparations, absolutely cut the check. I personally have some concerns about this country actually ever paying that check, particularly at a federal level, because I don't believe the country is committed at that level to do that. But, you know, I've been surprised before, so I'm hopeful. And lastly, keep an eye on Australia. Keep an eye on what the United States is doing surrounding China and Africa, because all of that is important, especially as we move forward, as the reparations conversation in this country really heats up, as people start talking about tangible results when it comes to reparations. You know, it could. The United States is known for doing stupid things to get out of doing what's right. So, you know, just keep your eye on all that. But other than that, brother, keep on keeping on, man. It's always nice to hear you on the airwaves. Peace.
My brother B, man, thank you, brother. I love your voice, brother. You should be in radio. If you are not, I appreciate that. And thank you for taking time out, brother, and calling up to the show, fam. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not, you know, it's when I hear brothers say it with their chests, you know what I'm saying? They're in that lower registry, you know, my Marvins, my Luke Kings, my B-Mans, my Smooths. It's good to hear y'all do it, man. Oh, man. Folks, like, how can I say this, man? It takes a long time to de-corporatize yourself. Man, it takes a while to become truly your own man again. Because we all go into the corporate structures, we go into work, in the working, as a part of the working class, we start off being kids, teenagers, early 20s, and we are who we are. And then we conform when we get in. And some of us, most of us, lose pieces of ourselves in that process. Now, I'm sure it happens to women as well. But when you are black and from a different culture, it takes a totally more radical change or configuration or reconfiguration takes place when you enter into these spaces. That's been my experience. And I'm going to tell you guys, my journey after leaving that some 8 years ago has been like crazy, fam. It's crazy to get your mind to form new connections to yourself and to like relearn who you are and step more into your own self, into your own blackness, so to speak, without having to worry about what your manager thinks or how it's going to affect your salary or promotion, or is it going to result in a demotion or a termination or a separation. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm something that Paul Mooney referred to as 17, blonde, and free. And that's a phrase they use, something like that. Something like that. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. That's how I feel. And it's a rejuvenating feeling, man, to have people call up and speak that truth to power, man. All of you guys, I got great callers, male, female, Johnsons, young, old, East Coast, West Coast, North Coast, South Coast, Outpost. You know what I'm saying? And you make my Fridays worth it. So give it up to everybody. Give it up to my people, my super chatters, Keith Weston, PTB, and the Johnson family. It's finally Freedom Friday. Had to show some love early. Got a busy night, but I'll rewatch the session when I get off work. Be safe, enjoy your weekend. Wolfpack cut the check. The Johnsons reunion. TV. Nisi Moby became a member tonight. We already gave that up, but give it up one more time for Nisi. Welcome back. Your dreams are your ticket out. Welcome back. Hey, Sheldon Hughes, what's up, fam? Thank you, Sheldon. Right there where you need it. Oh, you tease him a lot because we got him on the spot. Welcome back. He was so smooth. Welcome back, welcome back. Oh, we tease him a lot because we got him on the spot. They be teasing me a lot, Johnson. They be getting at a brother, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay, though. It's okay. Have a good weekend. Have a safe weekend. William McGregor, what's up, brother? William from California. No, Hawaii. William from Hawaii up in this joint. Now, over the weekend, I'm going to have some videos put together of great callers. We're going to run that this weekend. So give it up for Marvin C. for that. Big Marv from Cali. Shout out once again to the Reset Race podcast. And all the great callers tonight, and all the great Patreons, and to my fantastic moderators, Sign of the Times, got the wrench. All my Tim Black Wolfpack members, Courtney, SLP, Sally Thompson. I saw David Melford. I see Susan. I see Courtney. Yeah, man, I appreciate all you folks in the comments from Tim Black's Wolfpack in the Green. Please join the Tim Black Wolfpack, guys. It's worth it. It's just a cup of coffee every month. A real good cup of coffee. $5 cup of coffee. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Check the channel out over the weekend. YouTube don't like us, but I love you. And it's good to know you like us. So that's all that matters. I'll see you soon. Be straight. Be safe. That's it. That's all. Wolfpack. This is Marv. This is Marv from Cali. Let me ask you.
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on Black issues, and when they do, it's all fluff. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news for people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched, entertaining, on point. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Visit www.timblacktv.com today. Get Black breaking news, politics, culture from someone you can trust. TimBlackTV.com. Join us today.
Let me ask you something. Do they know us? When I say they, I mean the talking heads on cable news. Do they know you? I mean, they talk about the world as if it's a sport. They play political games, report on our pain, rack our brain to feed the stock exchange, but do they know us? Do they know what we care about? Nope. They're too far away. They can't see us. They can't feel us. They can't relate to us. See, when you want to know what's going on in your world, trust someone who lives in your world. Subscribe.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to TimBlackTV.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.
Hey, thank you, Kyla. Kyla, thank you. Kyla Sato. Shout out to Nat A. Thank you, Nat A. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Tony D, man. Much love, young man. Much love.